little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had.
Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Taken in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
9-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection left side to Brown. And brought down, but not before 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Another carry.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Let it run, and it's picked. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
From left side to start out, that's complete. And a loose football. And now it's a scoop down by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Cook. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from it.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Deebo Samuel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
For the extra point.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. With the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans. But the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman. And their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The throw taken in by Sims. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. Into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. Cook hit, and he lost the football.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Dalvin Cook.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
8 yards to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
3-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Number 3.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Down at the 20.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Or maybe a little bit of an precious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? Had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right? Gets it? So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Down and 12.
Now a pass all in downfield. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
49er 1st down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's 21-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. That's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, why are we doing this?
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
That'll be complete to Cook. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will pick. And he'll be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
28, Vikings 3.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. the prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
George Kittle, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll run with Taylor. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Williamson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now left side on the swing pass. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This throw is going to be incomplete.
I I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefit?
Opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A big play there. 79 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. sack of the season as his great year continues.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is fielded at the 27. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers continue to roll.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Intended for Irv Smith Jr.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And this offense is running away with this one as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Pulled in at the 24. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Taken down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd down.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And As great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Back to throw here. And a slant hold in by Ruggs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, Samuel, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw again. And for the third time tonight, he's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got the connection left side to Brown. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
San Francisco.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that once he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. A good-looking return set up here.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They'll look to throw now, first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er defense now heading back out there. They did their job coming into the hostile environment, doing what needed to be done to get the W.
And that has to feel great because all during the week, that's one of the goals that they talked about. Going on the road, making that stadium their own, establishing themselves in the game. Give them credit. They got all those things done.
Yeah, both sides of the football did their job in this one.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw to Jefferson on the slant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and...
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. It past the 50.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our